We haven't even maxed out the Randies. Asking the real questions. Asking the real. Well, you see, Talrand's legendary, so we don't want to clunk up on him too much. We don't want to clunk up on him too much. For the teamer control list I sent you, Capu33, you're gonna need to message me again with the teamer control list, as I see a lot of messages, and believe it or not, I don't. A lot of them involve teamer decks. Are you Corey Capu? Is that the one? In the future, drop the deck link in the description, in the donation comment. It's easier to track for me. That sounds great, right? Just go ahead and suspend divisions on one. Got a little bit of interaction, some selection. Opponent's playing burn and is going to light us on fire. If they lead on like a Goblin Guide or a Swift Spear, we're gonna play Burst Lightning on one. Please be Valakut, please be Valakut, please be Valakut. Tilt. That is one that Burst Lightning cannot kill. Alright. Or deal 2 damage, looking a little embarrassing. I think I'm gonna Fetch Shock here and suspend this vision, and then next turn we can go tapped land plus burst or opt. If they play another card that Burst Lightning can't kill, we're probably just pretty dead. Maybe I'm just supposed to opt there on one just to like dig for some interaction. No turn 2 play is really good for us. Let's drop this and pass the turn. Maybe we can find a bolt or an engineered explosives. This is going to be like a Boros Charmer and a Torcus Command upstairs. Maybe just a tap land. Alright, so Tribal Zoo. I guess that's not unsurprising. They have a Mantis Rider here. Our Burst Lightning will continue to look terrible. This is like a 5th bolt, but obviously it's real bad against 3 defense creatures. Pretty bad against 3 defense creatures. Red, blue, white. Runman down. Excellent. We have some tools on our board, so we get to bring in 5 pieces of removal, cut these Ancestral Visions, probably these As Foretolds. Leave 1 AV in. I'm gonna bring in leave 1 AV in. As Foretold seems kind of clunky. Alright, let's do it. We had a plan when we built the sideboard at least. Cut slow cards, bring in. Am I supposed to Blood Moon them? Yeah, fuck it. Let's bring in a Blood Moon on the play. Probably better than this stupid. Probably better than this stupid Ancestral Vision. Feels so good. Look, Magic is not cheap. It is not cheap. The breeding pool is for enabling engineered explosives up to 3. Generally it comes at a low cost. It's like a 4th shock land. It's fine. Not super exciting, but fine. Steam Vents. Bolt something or opt. If they don't give us something to bolt here, I'll probably just fetch Steam Vents tapped. Nah, I think I'd rather just have the damage. I think Electrolyze kills Bloodbraid Elf, which is fine. What else does Electrolyze kill in their deck? I feel like it kills something else that I'm blanking on. Sometimes they have Lingering Souls out of the sideboard. So I think cutting Electrolyze is a pretty big mistake. That's pretty decent. Yeah, so they didn't have a turn 1 play, which means they probably have a turn 2 play. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this out. And then we'll just plan to play Blood Moon next turn. This just, like, guarantees that I get in resource efficiency here, which is nice. And, like, they're probably going to have a 2-drop at some point. Like, if they don't play a 1-drop or they don't play a 2-drop, I'm not going to be sad that I played this out. Honestly, my best piece of advice for people that are going to play in Opens and Grand Prix is that you should assume whatever amount of money you're spending on entry fees and travel costs is just like being thrown into an incinerator. And if you're not okay with that, you shouldn't go. You should always look at events as a sunk cost, and then if you make anything back, that's a bonus. It's not the norm. So like, I'm going to Cincinnati. I'm viewing Cincinnati as I am taking my $150 and I am setting it ablaze. Wow, no deal. So you get to fetch a basic forest here. They have Spell Pierce in their Bloodbraid Elf deck. Yep. That's... You have Spell Pierce in your Bloodbraid Elf deck. You got me. Caught me with my hand in the cookie jar. We're playing against Tribal Zoo. Our hand's still pretty good. We have a Bolt to clean up a Mantis Rider. We got Engineered Explosives to clean up a 2-drop. We've got Electrolyze to clean up Bloodbraid Elf potentially. We're taking a hit for 3 here, but we could definitely be in a worse spot. I'm just gonna kill this now. Just like not get dispelled next turn. Or like Goyf Stubborn Denial. Yeah, honestly, I think one of my biggest complaints about a Grand Prix is the greatly increasing entry cost that just like keeps going up and up and up. And it seems silly to me that like they keep placing the entire cost of playing a Grand Prix, or like the cost of running a Grand Prix, on the people playing in the Grand Prix itself. Like, there are a bunch of people that attend Grand Prix that don't actually play in the tournament. So like, why are you subsidizing your event just through entry costs to the tournament? So like, they really should just like have Grand Prix be conventions and sell wristbands to get into the... Yeah, it should be like a convention. You should have to buy a wristband to get in the door. And not offload the entire cost of the Grand Prix. And that's one of Wizards of the Coast's biggest problems, I think, is that Wizards of the Coast is like dead set on continuing to run events the same way they started running them 25 years ago. And there's just like zero innovation or desire to improve what they're doing as a company. They're just like, this is the status quo. This is how we've been doing it forever. And we're just going to continue doing it like this. So... It was good enough for my father's father, so it'll be good enough for my children. Why would I try and improve anything? Yes, that's the exact way you should look at it. If a Grand Prix isn't something you're interested in doing as a vacation, it's not something you should do. You should not do it as a money-making endeavor. Do you need help, Declan? Bring your phone over here if you need help. Whenever I hear someone talking about they're not going to go to a Magic event because the expected value of the Magic event is bad or worse than it was before, it's like there was a recent thread about people complaining about the expected value of a... They were complaining about the expected value of a I think it was the Star City Classics, and I was like, if the only reason y'all are playing a Magic tournament is for the expected value, you're really bad at calculating expected value and don't value your time. If expected value is your goal for a tournament weekend, you should probably just go to work. Because working for your hourly rate is far better. Even at minimum wage in most places, working for your hourly rate is going to be far better than your expected value and playing even a good value Magic tournament. You should play that Magic tournament because you expect to have fun doing it, and you expect the value to be the enjoyment you get out of the experience. Yeah, and that's a great way to have it, especially your first one. You should definitely just be like ready to just all right, it's gonna be a quick one this morning for the first one, chat. The old, can I actually beat Dredge? Maybe? Now, we probably just can never beat a Conflagrate, right? I've got 2 Surgicals in my board. All right, we're gonna give it the old college best and pretend. Nah, am I gonna pretend? Am I actually? No, I'm just not. I'm just not. All right, let's try and get. If we hit a third unwinnable, I'll play a 4th match because, you know, that's the wrong league. But these decks, they just don't beat Dredge. And like this deck, I intentionally didn't put Anger of the Gods in my sideboard because putting Anger of the Gods in my Talrand Young Pyromancer deck seemed like a mistake. Sure, but even you need water? All right. Even a good value Magic tournament is a money-losing proposition. It's a money-losing proposition. All right, I'll be right back. I need to drink some water. Made a mistake. Should have brought a giant pile of snacks down. Forgot to bring a drink down for him. Cashed SCG Dallas. Lost money. Yep. They didn't raise the entry fee. They're still 40 bucks. They've been 40 bucks for forever, right? Or are the classics 50 now? The classics are 40, right? The classics have been 40 for over a year. I think charging extra for a playmat is fine. I think not making me pay for stupid cosmetics that I don't really want is ideal. But what should have happened is the price of the Grand Prix should have gone down if I didn't want a playmat, instead of staying the same and then charging a premium for the playmat on top of that. This I just don't think is keepable in the dark. The average modern deck's just like too aggressive for this hand. This hand has a Pyromancer on 2 at least. Keep a 3rd land on the draw here. I mean, anyone grinding Magic tournaments for EV is no, there's just no buts about it. They're an idiot. And again, anyone playing Magic because like they're expecting to turn a profit on expected value from tournaments, they just like don't understand how to calculate expected value. They don't understand how bad it is. Like even if you have like, I don't know, let's say a 75% win rate, like the expected value on most Magic tournaments is not good for you. Hey, welcome Curtis. trying to argue which shell my tier 4 magic card is more ideal in is kind of silly. Oh good. Oh good. Maybe we will be playing a 4th batch. I doubt we could beat Living End. I have two negates in my sideboard. Hey, what's going on, Swift Lame? Thanks for that Amazon Twitch Prime support. Thanks for sending your fun money this way this month. Sure, and like again, there are different goals than money to play Magic Tournament. There are different reasons. Other this is just like such a rancid League of Modern this morning. It's unreasonable. Just mono unwinnables. Just like showed up with my fair deck this morning. Derp to derp to derp. And this isn't even like that Talrand is bad, right? Just like any blue-red Jeskai control deck, just like get Stone Rained and Living Ended and get dredged. Yeah, it definitely. But I think people lose sight of that when playing the game and like attending big tournaments a lot of the time. And honestly, part of the reason why there aren't more NASCAR style events is like I don't know what places pay people. Well, I know what like Card Market and the Meadery and those places paid me to wear their logos at events, and like they didn't pay me a lot, but I like what they paid me. I have no idea how they saw any return on the amount of money they paid me, especially if I got like a top 8 bonus. Like I can't imagine if I ever won a tournament how much they would have had to pay me and how little coverage they would have gotten. Like places that are advertising, taking their money and spending it even on a small Twitch streamer or somewhere else, just like sponsoring an actual circuit, like that's got to be a way better bang for their buck. Like putting a logo on someone and hoping they get on camera once or twice in a tournament is just like that's not smart advertising, buddy. Hey, something fair. Give me something fair. Even Storm would be winnable. Ad nauseum, like, when I built this deck, I decided we were gonna try and have game against spell-based combo decks, so maybe let's find one of those. I bought on both of these. I definitely joined a friendly league this morning, because I looked at this deck and I was like, I'm not spending 12 tickets to play this. This league doesn't. I agree. Just mono beats. Ooh, Polluted Delta. Maybe we can have a Grindy Mirror here. Second As Foretold, kind of a tilt. I don't know why you would spend time finding dual lands for prizes for your tournament. That seems like a giant waste of time. I feel like if you don't, like, the purpose of having dual land tournaments is like you already have dual lands and nobody wants to pay money for them, so like you give out lands as a prize because no one wants to pay money for them. Is this April's Boomerang deck? Jace Bellerin. Alright. This is basically Time Walk. I guess maybe I should bolt them here. Yeah, I'll bolt them. This bolt probably doesn't have a target other than them. Alright. Let's put this into play so that way if they mess with us we can do stuff. Yeah, it might be a taking turns deck. This is like a pseudo Time Walk, right? Huh. I'm gonna play this back out. Correct. Correct. Yeah, when the Hex set drops, we're gonna play some, probably this weekend. If it drops before the weekend, I think I might stream Thursday or Friday afternoon. Maybe I'm just supposed to Pyromancer here because they have Remand up. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to Pyromancer because of Remand. That's probably what's supposed to happen. And discard this, discard this. Yeah, I should have just Pyromancered. Hey, Samuel Jackson with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Yeah, I should have just put this into play. They probably couldn't win if I got this on the board. Yeah. Let's try into land drop, I guess. Okie doke. Alright. Oh, I guess Dispel's pretty good. Yeah, I should have boarded in Dispel. Or their stupid boomerang things. I guess AV's not actually that good, huh? Hey, what's going on, Stephen Miller? Thanks for the Twitch Prime support. I'm glad we signed up for a friendly, because we're gonna need all 5 matches to maybe find a reasonable one. Justin, if you're here live now or watching this in the future, we're done with random bullshit like this. It's just not fun. It's just not. This is why. So stop. No more mystery donations. If you want to play something, you need to follow the rules like everyone else and send it to me first. It's just not like decks that don't do anything aren't fun to play and they just kind of waste the stream time. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, just trying to, like taking an archetype that's, like, already tier 2 and, like, making me shove a tier 4 card into it is just, like, not interesting or enjoyable. We're gonna finish this league out because I told Justin we'd do it, but this is why I reject a lot of donation deck lists. We'd have a lot more leagues like this where we just, like, genuinely don't get to play Magic with a lot of the decks that people play. Like, a lot of people send in deck lists that are like, these are things I play at my LGS, and like, even the matches we're playing here in this league, they're just like, the decks are more brutal than like the decks people are used to playing against a lot of the time, I think. And I think that's a big part of why Modern's so popular, is that a lot of people's like local game stores are far less competitive than most of the things you're actually going to play against in tournaments where people care a little bit more about winning or have a little bit more invested. Yeah, the details, it's literally in the stream title. Literally in the stream title. I have one of my 2 negates. God bless. No worries. No worries. Sorry, I was a little short there. We're definitely, like I said, it's just like playing a bunch of non-games isn't fun. It just doesn't generate good or interesting Magic. And I conceded a bunch of them just because like they were super unwinnable matchups. So we're gonna finish this to its natural conclusion, but the natural conclusion is probably gonna be 0-4 or 0-5. Or 1-4 or 1-5. The beginning of your upkeep, a player 7 more cards in hand. This deals 4 damage to them. That's fine. That one resolves. Alright, let's try and kill you, huh? This is a good example of why blue-red based control decks like Jeskai are far better than decks like Sultai, because I can go Boltchew, Snap, Boltchew, let's just end the bullshit. I mean, they're like an inverse rack deck, right? I should probably cut these Ancestral Visions, huh? That's probably... Having Ancestral Vision in against the Ebony Owl and Astute is probably a bad idea. Hey, Eaten Tortoise with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. Can I attack you for lethal yet, opponent? I would like to attack you for lethal. Negate. Stop it. Dead you. Alright, let's cut these Ancestral Visions because they are embarrassing and silly. Fuck it. Let's bring in Surgical Extraction and Dispel. And put Electrolyze back in because it deals damage at least. I don't think Disdainful Stroke probably counters anything that they're doing. These Vapor Snags probably don't have text either. We just have so many cards that probably don't have text. I don't think I can mulligan turn 2 Pyromancer. I think that's just like what we need to win the game. Oh, I guess EE is good. It'd clear out their Howling Mind. Yeah, Howling Mind seems fine. We haven't seen any time walks out of the opponent. They've just played Howling Mind effects, and I should have played an island in case they played something to Vapor Snag. Oh, Abrade for the Shatter. Yeah, probably. Probably. Yeah, we're misboarded for sure. Alright, this is what we need, chat. Pyromancer into Negate. The whole thing is a 2. Yeah, I should have boarded in. I should have EE and Abrades, and I probably shouldn't have this, and I probably shouldn't have Electrolyze in my deck. Alright, hopefully they don't have a... Hopefully they don't have a Spell Snare here. Ding. That's awesome. I think I want to go bottom top. Do I want this As Foretold? I probably just want to ship both of these, right? I probably just want to like have more spells for the Pyromancers I have. The fuck was that? Whoa, that's... Yup, alright. That's certainly a thing that just happened to us. Activated their trap card. Okie doke. Yes. Yes, siree. That is certainly a thing that has occurred. And they only have 3 cards left, so I get to do this. I get to play this. I have a Negate up. If we get to untap with both these Pyromancers and play again, they'll hopefully be pretty dead. They need to have like Sweeper plus counter magic here. Maybe playing the second Pyromancer out is greedy. I don't know, I'm kind of not expecting them to have actual removal. Do this now so they can't Runefire Trap us again by drawing on our turn. This also makes elementals that we can attack with right away. So as long as we don't get like Kozilek's returned here, or like Volcanic Fallout will be a pretty good. Trying to dodge those kind of sweepers. It is a friendly league. You're not wrong. I would just love a spell that I can play aggressively. Triggers. The trigger condition on trap is that your opponent drew 3 or more cards in the same turn. Alright, so this is 9 coming across. So they're going to 4, which means if they tap out, we can kill them with Burst Lightning. God bless. God bless us, everyone. There, we might sneak one out here, it looks like. Howling Mine resolves. Negate. When do we... Well, those decks don't keep your opponent's hand full, so probably never. Those are good draws. Those are good draws, chat. Ah, look at that. We're on the scoreboard, chat. I believe in the 2-3. I believe... Look, these decks are already gambling. That's true. That's true. Magic, the gambling. Morning, everyone. Everyone's having a good morning. The old 1-3-0-2 pair up. This is where the real magic happens, chat. I'm gonna mulligan this, just like no red source, no AV. Deal. I'm gonna just play a tap land here. I don't know what our opponent's playing yet, so I don't know what I want to do with the Serum Visions. This is a friendly league. This is, in fact, the friendliest of leagues. No, of course we haven't cast Talrand. It's unplayable. It's an unplayable 4-mana card. So there's a format where Monastery Mentor is barely playable, and people want me to try and cast Talrand. Silly people. This is why I reject decks like this normally. And I'm gonna set the numbers for Justin if he wants to like send in deck lists that are mostly unplayable to much larger numbers. Because we've had enough stinkers recently that it just hasn't been fun. I mean, this is a matchup where we have tools at least. We definitely have tools to potentially win this game. Edge Champion's kind of a Debbie Downer, but I suppose we do have Engineered Explosives, and we'll have 3 of them post-board. Talrand's worse than Jace. To set the bar exceedingly low, Talrand is worse than Jace. It's a low bar, but Talrand managed to hobble across it. I mean, like, again, the friendly versus competitive doesn't dictate the quality or the types of decks you play against. It just dictates how risk-averse the people are that are playing at it. For people that are new to the stream, there's the card choice command. Joke's on you. I've got a Vapor Snag opponent. Pick my thing up. Haha! We're gonna lose the game, but I feel like we have the moral victory now. I feel like we have the moral victory. So we're dead in 5 currently. Maybe we can race alongside Cryptic Command and this AV gassing us up. They don't have another Galv Blast, maybe. Hopefully their hand is just like a bunch of bricks, but they also have been missing land drops, right? Hopefully there's like a bunch more Springleaf Drums and stuff. As Foretold up. I'm actually going to top both of these. I just want to guarantee draw a land next turn, I think. And, like, the land next turn means I can cast, Opt and Cryptic tap draw their team. So, like, maybe if we chain some Cryptics together here, we could get into this game. AV is going to resolve as well. How bad is Glittering Wish outside of Just Kite's Tendency? We played it a little bit inside of a control deck, and it was like, okay. Like, it wasn't good, but it was, like, fine. So this is going to resolve. And we're basically getting to the point where we're going to need to start Cryptic Time walking them every single turn. So pick up a bunch of cards here. Alright, the Breeding Pool is actually an okay draw, because it does mean that I get to have an out if I draw the Engineered Explosives. We're going to bottom another Ancestral Vision, draw a land. As Foretold lets us... Oh, I guess I have As Foretold in my hand, so maybe I'm supposed to keep the Ancestral Vision. I probably don't have time to play As Foretold and play Vision off of it, though. As Foretold lets you cast Ancestral Vision when you draw it. Sacrifice Gear Appear until your next turn. A player who has dealt damage cannot cast non-creature spells. Maybe I'm just gonna loot here, actually. I think if they try and attack for non-lethal, I'm just gonna take it. Nah, I should probably tap draw. They're a Galvanic Blast deck. Yeah, I'm just gonna tap draw. Let's just do this. This lets me draw Snapcaster Mage to be able to play it so I can crack this fetch. So I can snap this back next turn. The problem is that Modern is a format that's very much about having access to your sideboard cards. So, like, giving up a bunch of sideboard slots, even if Glittering Wish wasn't clunky, which it is, it's very clunky, comes with a very real cost. Look at that. We drew Snapcaster Mage. God, how great would it be if we just chain Cryptic Commands into winning this game? That would be super great. That'd be sweet. That's why Cryptic's so good in these decks. So, do I play around Galv Blast here? So do I tap draw or do I tap bounce the Blink Moth? I guess I die to the Galv Blast either way with the tap bounce, because if I tap bounce they could just blast this and then hit me with everything else. But I guess they're only hitting me for 4 with that line, so maybe I just wanna tap bounce. Nah, I feel like I need more cards to win this game, so we're just gonna be dead. We're just gonna be dead to the second Galvanic Blast, I think. We have 2 and 14 cards, it's whatever. Just like always dead to the next Galv Blast, so I assume it's gonna be Animate, hit us for 1, blast us. And if it's not, woohoo, we get to take some more draw steps. Shrapnel Blast? Cranial Plating, sure. Talrand. Talrand. What do you do, Mr. Andy? So, they're at 15. So another Cryptic Command actually does it for us. Just playing Talrand does nothing because he's unplayable. So let's look for a Cryptic Command. That is not a Cryptic Command. I'm hitting them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. So 10 doesn't do it because they're this snap bolts and does 13 altogether. God, this game was really close, thanks to the Cryptic Stab Cryptic. It's unfortunate. I feel like we almost got there at the end. Post-board, we should have plenty of tools to be able to win this matchup. Let's trim one of these. We'll bring in these. We'll bring in Abrade and Harvest Pyre. Probably just trim the AVs and call it a day. Yeah, it seems fine. Actually, I'm going to cut an As Foretold and bring this Talrand back in, because he's bad, but he at least makes threats. I'm going to bring in a Dispel, because probably going to leave in there Galvanic Blast. And that game was just a good example of, like, again, why the blue-red decks are the base best control decks in a format like Modern. Just because there are so many games that end up in the position like that, where between Cryptic Commands and like a little bit of reach in the Snapcaster Mages, you can like actually race some of the more unfair decks in the format. No, I don't think Blood Moon's good enough. I don't think turning off their creature lands is good enough, but also, like, getting our Engineered Explosives to 3 is pretty valuable. Getting our Engineered Explosives to 3 is pretty valuable, in my opinion. I think I want both of these cards. Nah, I probably have enough that I don't need that. Alright, let's play this out, pass the turn. Let's try and find more threats. So next turn we can go Pyro Visions. That makes me wish I had an EE. But I can just, like, kill most of their stuff for a while, which is nice. Yeah, that's what we're here for. If we're not going to talk about why we're doing what we're doing, why even stream? Thanks for hanging out this morning, Scouty. Welcome. Or afternoon, depending on where you're at in the world. So both these cards are great, but I really kind of need a land, right? And, like, the cards in my hand are already pretty good. So I think I'm just going to go bottom here, as much as that hurts. I don't know. Maybe the Electrolyze is good enough to keep, just like it's so good against what our opponent's doing. I don't think it's as simple as they play Blood Moon, so then Blood Moon isn't worth playing against them. I think it comes down to, do I care about my third green splash? And do I care about, what's the word I'm searching for? Do I care about their creature lands? Like, how important do I value their creature lands in the matchup I think is basically what it comes down to. I'm going to dig for lands here. These cards are excellent, so let's go top. I love Abrade in this format. It's so good. Just, Abrade is just such an A+ magic card. So they don't have double black here, which is important because double black lets them move cranial plating as an instant. So I'm going to go ahead and Harvest Pyre this just to use my resources efficiently. This does play into a potential Spell Pierce, but I think I'd like to use my resources efficiently here. I'm going to get hit by a Spell Pierce at some point anyways. Yeah. So do I want to shuffle my Abrade to not take this hit? No, probably not. No, I'm just going to take this 8. So we have the Abrade on top of our deck. I think Abrade is great. I think if your deck can't make... can't make black mana, you should be playing Abrade. If you can make red mana but can't make black mana, you should be playing Abrade in Modern. I'm not going to attack yet because these Blake Boss could fire up and pump. We get to bolt this turn. We get to snap bolt or electrolyze next turn. I think I'm actually going to fetch and shuffle. Nah, it's probably not. This is probably going to basic island. Fetch champion is really good, especially because our health total is so low. Yeah, actually, I'm going to fetch a Steam Vents here. And the reason why I'm going to fetch the Steam Vents is because we just need an Engineered Explosives to kill this at this point, right? We're 1 in 3, Harlan. We're super dead. We took a blue-red deck and we shoved some shitty cards into it because someone paid me money to do it. We're gonna, yeah, just the deadest of deads. Maybe it was greedy to not bolt to keep the Abrade on top of my deck there, but I don't know. The Abrade to kill the Cranial Plating is pretty important when they have a lot of crappy cards. Blue-red is a tier 2 deck. When you take a tier 2 deck and shove a tier 12 card into it, you get the results that you expect to get, you know? I just didn't want to take another hit there, Slim Weezy. My health total was important, especially with the Etch Champion being in play and them hitting a Galvanic Blast deck. So we're going to play a deck that's not a steaming pile of shit here in a second. But speaking of steaming piles of shit, I'm going to run and change a diaper really quick, and then we're going to play this Team Kiki deck that I've been liking a lot through League. So I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're going to play another League, play another couple hours of Magic, I think.